Support for Radio Friends comes from Columbia Healthy Smiles, the dental office of husband and wife team Dr. Batson and Dr. Abe, offering comprehensive and customized care to patients of all ages. Learn more by calling 573-721-9039 or online at www.columbiahealthysmiles.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, November the 17th. Ken Midkiff is with us. We're going to talk about our environment and what we can do to make it better. And you wanted to touch on the city of Columbia, which I said the city of Columbia is pretty proactive as far as the environment and concerns for it.
Yeah, I think that's generally true. But again, you need to read the fine print. What the City of Columbia City Council has done only applies to municipal operations.
What do you mean?
Like buses, recycling, things like that. They've called for a 50% reduction. I'm not sure I remember correctly, but I think a 50% reduction by 2030.
Okay.
As far as the city council itself has gone, they have done probably a really good job in reducing emissions from municipal operations.
And also, we've got to talk about the fact that they have tried to educate the public about reducing greenhouse gases.
That's true.
By using less, by recycling, replacing the incandescent light bulbs with the LED light bulbs, which can save a lot on your money, insulating the whole thing.
Right.
But then there's another side that you were talking about.
The other side is that the City of Columbia City Council has approved operations for Aurora Organic Dairy, organic milk. And right now, and this is kind of an unintended consequence. Right now, Aurora is getting its milk from various locations in Colorado and Texas, and which means that huge tanker trucks are delivering seven tanker trucks per day are delivering milk to Aurora Organic Dairy, and then they go back empty. So there's two trips on I-70 or I-40 that call for. There's a lot of emissions from those massive trucks. I think they get like 10 mile per gallon gasoline. And the other one that I have even more concerns about is called JBS, which is a Brazilian company. And they want to locate here under the name of Swift Foods, which is some sort of Italian dish. And by all statistics I could find, JBS is the world's worst greenhouse gas emitter. So, and the fact is, nobody knew about it. It was all done behind closed doors, giving JBS permission to operate here.
Okay, when are you saying that this occurred?
Back in May. The JBS is still under construction. So, but they were given the go-ahead back in May.
So they are going to relocate to the city of Columbia?
Well, not relocate. I mean, they're not moving anywhere. They're just building an additional facility here.
Now, you will have people say, well, that's good for the community.
Yep.
Because that's going to bring in extra money, that's good for taxes, that's good for all of us. But on the other hand, what you're saying is, for the environment, that's going to have an impact on the environment and perhaps in a negative way.
Yeah, and all those things you say is true. They have committed to jobs, a number of jobs, well-paying jobs. And my concern is that the city council prioritizes job creation over environmental protection.
Okay. That's what you're saying, and I think people need to consider this. It needs to be discussed.
Right.
Talk about it. And see what the situation really is.
And that's the problem. According to Brian Treese, the mayor of the city of Columbia, said there were public hearings, but the fact is nobody knew about those public hearings. They were not publicized. There may have been some hearings, but the first I knew of it, and the first the Climate and Environment Commission knew about it, was when it was a done deal. The city council, bang, bang, turned the gavel down and approved it.
So if people are concerned about it, what are the options now?
Well, I think the options now are to put pressure on the city council members to make sure that they consider the climate emissions concerns when approving a new or existing industry.
Where can citizens go on the web to get the information they need in a non-biased way to then approach their elected officials?
Well, there's a lot of information about JBS being the world's worst emitter on the web. I don't know about Aurora Organic Dairy. I mean, I found out about it through articles in the Washington Post. I was interviewed by the reporter.
From the Washington Post?
From the Washington Post.
Okay. Well, you get around, don't you?
I get around, but my comments were never used.
In case you don't know, Ken has been with the Sierra Club for many, many years.
Yeah.
Ken writes an editorial for the Columbia Missourian, which I enjoy reading.
Good.
And you don't hold back. You give your honest opinion on how you see it.
I do have some opinions.
Yes, you do. Not everybody agrees with you, but you have your opinion.
That's true.
And that's what's important. But if people want more information, if people feel that they want to get involved with this, because I think as a whole, the Columbia community is genuinely concerned about doing what's right for the environment. I think the majority of the people really are concerned.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, then there's such places as Rolla and Kirksville and other places where people deny global climate change and they think it's a hoax. Well, who is being hoaxed, and what benefit is there to emitting gases which have the potential to destroy the planet?
Yes, that is true, and the fact is that we did not meet our goal. I was reading an article not too long ago in greenhouse gas emissions for this year. The clock is ticking.
Yeah, and my concern is that while the city council has done a good job in addressing municipal operations, that the sway toward allowing big emitter and industrial emitters to come in here wipes out any gain that has been made in reducing emissions from municipal operations.
You know what it all boils down to? It's up to people. It's up to people. You decide what you want to do, how you want to take care of it, and your voices need to be heard. All right? We're out of time for today, Ken. Thank you for coming by and opening up this discussion. We appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Something you'd like to hear or see? I'd love to hear from you. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu.